I'm with DIY Detail today. Special guest Tony Ralda. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good, Mr. Yvan.
Excellent. In a previous video, we washed, we decontaminated, and we prepped this vehicle for polishing and ceramic coating. And today we're going to be polishing with the gold standard polishers.
The gold standard polishers.
Right. So we have the 25mm DA and the rotary. We're going to be doing it as a two-step in the areas that require two steps.
You mentioned 25mm.
Yes, 25.
All right. That's amazing.
We use the DA for cutting. The longer the stroke, the better it cuts.
All right.
So let's get at it.
All right, guys. So as you guys can see over here in the back section, the trunk is where we have the most, scratches on this vehicle. A lot of swirl marks and stuff like that. So yes, the client is concerned about these things and, some of the swirl marks. So we're going to bring a lot of good shine into this vehicle. But once again, we're going to do a two-step paint correction only on the areas where requires, the two-step, or we're just going to be a little bit more aggressive on those areas if we want to set it that way, So, yep, what we're going to be using over here to cut is going to be this with gold standard polish over here. So Mr. Yvan is going to explain us how we're going to do this, how to use this method, correct?
Exactly. So very easy. First thing we need to do is make sure that we have a clean pad.
All right.
We have our Lake Country pad washer, a couple sprays. While it's still spraying, apply the polish. That way you get it everywhere on the pad and not on the car, not on your shoes, not on the floor.
All right.
Not on your
Quick
friend.
question over here. What we have in the bucket?
DIY rinse and wash, 256 to 1.
All right. All right. So let's do it.
Okay. We'll do a little section for...
Yep.
Tony, on the trunk of the car, it's where the most damage is.
That's correct.
So we're definitely doing a two-step here. And we can see there's a nice deep line here. There's a lot of scratching going on. We're going to be doing it with a 25mm DA, the wool pad. I've already prepped it with the pad washer. I'm going to be starting the machine at speed 3. So rinse and stamp and towel, go ahead. Basically what the towel is doing is emulsifying the polishing residue, making it a lot easier to wipe off.
And you like to use the low nap, correct?
Yeah. That's the result from a 25mm machine, our most aggressive pad. What do you think?
Really good, really good. Obviously, we did talk to the client in advance.
Yeah.
Some scratches might gonna remain.
Right.
The meaning that we are doing a two-step, that doesn't mean that every scratch is gonna come out.
No.
But this is great results.
Yeah, we have a lot of depth and clarity already. When we go back over with the rotary to finish, we're gonna have even more depth and clarity.
Got it.
So if you want to grab the rotary, we'll just do one pass.
Yep. Clean our pad.
Looks like you've done that before.
Yeah.
So just do half of the section.
Half of this. Oh, half of it?
Yeah, or do the bottom half, leave the top half.
Okay.
That way we can see the difference.
All right.
See a line right
Yep.
there.
Nice.
Now, on camera, may not pick it up,
That's correct.
but from our perspective, our eyes, you can see a difference between the two halves.
That's correct. Yep. All right.
So now we have our process established. We know what we're going to be doing.
That's correct.
Do you want to do the cutting or the finishing?
I will do the cutting.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'll follow behind
All right.
with the rotary.
Let's do it.
Now, with the gold standard system, one thing that's a lot of fun is since Tony will be doing the cutting, he doesn't have to wipe anything off because we don't wipe off between
That's correct.
the steps. So
But we still add a little bit more of product. That's correct?
correct, yeah.
Yes. All right. On the pad. Speed 3. Now, another thing that I notice is that we don't have to be
No.
diving. You just go straight to the area.
Start working.
Start the machine. Set it out. All right.
Tony, first time using that machine. What do you think?
I like it. It's really good. I mean, I noticed that it doesn't stall
Right.
as much as other machines.
Yeah.
And yeah, really nice. I like that. You guys can see that. It's 25.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Really good. So yeah, with the 25, since it's a long stroke, it's going to cut a lot faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The longer the stroke, the faster the cut.
That's correct.
And the better the finish with a rotary.
Yeah.
So we're going to work our way around the car and probably do it in a time lapse. But
Yep.
yeah,
Let's do it.
so off we go.
All right, Mr. Yvan. So I got this question a lot
Yes.
from people that come over here to do trainings, and they ask me, should I have or should I buy a 3-inch machine or like a 1-inch machine? So I have the answer, but I would like, to see if you can answer this for
Yeah, well, my answer is no. You don't need all those small machines. I can get in just about anywhere with a 6-inch pad on a rotary or a DA than anywhere else. And a lot of people that want to use a 5-inch pad because they think that, oh, well, a 5-inch I can get into better places. You've been using a 6-inch pad on this car. It gets in. And a 6-inch pad is a lot more efficient because now you're covering more surface area. And especially on the rotary, it's easier to balance a 6-inch pad than is a 5-inch pad. You get a smoother finish, a smoother cut with the larger pad than you do with the smaller pad.
Got it. So what would you do? Like you just kind of work it out, or you can, for instance, in this area here, how would you tackle this area?
Right,
here?
so a concave area like that, very simple. You just need to tilt the machine just a little bit.
Okay.
When you stop seeing backing plate rotation, then you just add a little more angle.
Okay.
And you just want to be on the verge of the backing plate stalling.
Okay.
And then you know that you're covering as much as you can, but you're getting in there nice and deep.
All right.
And a 3-inch machine, you'd have to do this in 2 separate sections. Now, if you have a really, really concave section, you can do it as a valley. So think of it as a valley, and you do half of the valley. And then you do the other half of the valley.
Correct.
But no, there's no need to go out and spend money on a 3-inch machine and a 2-inch and a 1-inch and all that.
Yeah.
You can get just about any area of this car with a 5 or 6-inch machine. And if you can't get the machine in there to polish it, there's a good chance no one was able to get in there to scratch it.
Correct. All right. So pretty much is a good point, and is just about to play when you polish it and learn it how to work with it. So
Yeah.
For instance, let me see if I'm going to be able to do it. Okay.
Tony, we've got a lot of it done.
Yep.
But the day is wearing on. So
Yeah.
I thought we'd call someone in as a bit of help.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
We need some help. So
Let's bring him in.
we got over here Mr. Phil Miranda from Miranda Detailing.
What's up, guys?
How are you doing?
Doing good. Good to see you guys.
Excellent. And we also have Jess too.
Yes, she's hiding back here.
Yeah.
She's hiding.
She's the the strong silent type.
That's
Yeah.
The one
right.
that actually does the work.
She's doing all the work
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
while I'm filming.
You are doing the film, huh?
I know exactly what you mean. So we've done 2 steps on some areas. Some areas we haven't polished yet. So
Okay.
Get your hands on the new DIY polishers,
Yes, yes.
and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So we have
Okay.
the bumpers and the sides to do.
Oh, just the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Just do it all the way to speed 6? Ah, there we go.
See how the pad all of a sudden balanced out?
Yeah, yeah.
So when it does that, your pad is actually now at the correct weight.
Oh, cool.
So you see it oscillating, then all of a sudden it starts
Because-
just spinning.
Yeah, yeah.
It's balanced itself.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, didn't know that. Very cool. All right. That's a way of knowing that it's completely dry or at least dry enough that it's fine.
What do you think about it?
It has got a ton of power. And I was only at speed 2.
Speed 2.
Like a little bit over speed 2, but tons of power, enough to what I feel kind of cut out the majority of the swirls and any little light defects. And instead of wiping it off, I'm gonna go straight to the rotary.
The rotary.
So using this for cut and then just the rotary to just finish it off.
All right.
Now you did add some polish onto here. Is that really needed, or could I have worked with this residue?
I always add fresh polish.
Fresh polish?
Give
Okay.
you a little more cut,
Yeah.
and it'll actually amp up the gloss.
Oh, cool.
And we've used every spray as 1.1 milliliters.
Mm.
So a bottle has 473 milliliters. Might be using an extra 10 milliliters to do the cut.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very efficient. All right, cool. So I'll just finish this off with the rotary really quick, because really the cutting didn't take that long at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And depending on defects, if you need to cut a little bit more, you can, but that's just depending on the vehicle itself and what you're trying to accomplish. But for just paint enhancement, gloss enhancement, this can go very quickly. So a damp towel. This has the DIY rinseless?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So basically, you're not trying to remove the polish with that. You're basically breaking down the polishing oils.
Cool.
That way, it makes the removal of the removal of the polish a lot easier.
Awesome.
And you're not having to apply pressure, therefore there's no risk of marking.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want to get into the sim?
Go ahead and start, and I'll
All
walk
right.
in.
Okay.
All right, guys, so we already did the prep, like the polish. Once again, we did a two-step on some areas. Some other areas we just went kind of light, but we already did all of those steps. Hope you guys did learn something from those steps. Now we're gonna move to the coating. Big thanks to Phil Miranda, but now let's move on to the coating application, all right? Let's go.